Okay, I apologize for the terrible quality of this video, but I'm literally just like holding my phone up to my computer screen because I just wanted to get this out really quick. But I just made a community post about this, but I wanted to like verbally tell you guys a little bit more about it. So my friend Brian sent me a link to Chelsea Bedell's video where she shared this thing that they're calling the Giant, where they are going to be apparently erecting 21 of these things in 21 different cities. They're calling it the Giant. It's 112 feet tall, about 10 stories high. This thing can move, it can speak, and it can take on an image of whoever they want it to. They can transform it to, I think they said Beyonce or Albert Einstein, Amelia Earhart, anybody they want. They can make it transform into the image of that person, and they can make it say whatever they want. And Chelsea said, do you guys think that this could be the image of the beast spoken about in Revelation 13:15, which says, and I apologize for, I know you guys can't see that, but I will read it to you. It says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause to be killed as many as would not worship the image of the beast. And when I saw this, it really gave a whole new dimension to this part that says that the image could also cause to be killed those who won't worship it. Like the image itself can basically kill. And I'll get to that in a minute. So she's like, do you guys think that this could be the image of the beast? I'll read you a few things from it, but I'll just post the link to the article down below. So first of all, okay, so Brian sent me Chelsea's video, and after that I sent it to, well, it really reminded me of the dream that I had, and I know I shared that with you guys, but for some reason I can't find it. It's like nowhere to be found, but I know I shared it because some people still remember it. It was the dream that I had where it had to do with a giant and Obama. So I was in like a open, flat field, like grassy city park or like a town square type thing. There was some sort of festival or event going on that was, I didn't like specifically see what the event was, but it had a feel to it of like, you know how like some towns will do like a chili cook-off or like a pie baking contest, and they have like judges and different things like that. That was like the feeling of what was going on. It was some event like that. And you know how when they do like the chili cook-offs or a pie contest, they have like a table of judges? That's what was in front of me, and one of the people at that table was Obama. And off the top of my head, really all I can remember was he was sitting in his seat at the table, and he was throwing a football towards like me and the other citizens in the park. And there was like something really wrong about the way he was throwing it, like he was cheating, and he was just being very deceptive. And right next to us was another grassy, flat, open field, literally like exactly what you see here. And in that field was a giant, exactly the same height as this one, I would say. And this one says that it's 112 feet tall. So basically, I almost saw exactly this very thing, except in my dream, the giant was not on a stage like that. For some reason, in my dream, it was like laying down on its back, because it would like, so if it was like on his back, it would like turn from side to side like that. And when it did, it would like raise its arms over. And the people that were like the townspeople, they would like hop up on it like and grab onto its arms as it was turning over, as if it was like an amusement park ride, like a literal attraction. It was like something fun they wanted to do. And then it would turn over, and they would go up with its arms, and then it would start to turn back over, and the people would run around to the other side of it and hop up onto its other arm and just like ride up with it. just exactly like it was like something from an amusement park, which is interesting because, you know, down here it says they call it an attraction. So after I had that dream, I shared it with my friend Andrea, and she said, you know, this sounds a lot like that movie called Gulliver's Travels. And I knew at the time, I was like, I've heard that somewhere before, like maybe in school or a book or something, but I didn't really know, like, I didn't know what that was. So I like did some more research on what that was at the time, and I watched the Gulliver's Travel movie, and I was like, you know what, you're right, this does really remind me of that dream that I had. And I want to say I had this dream like back in like February, or I want to say it was like at the very beginning of this year, but I'm not sure because for some reason I can't find it, and I know I made a video about it, but I could just, you know, go dig it out of my journal or whatever and see if there's anything that I'm forgetting. But anyway, so the dream that I had with Obama and the giant in the field, that was like an attraction, and it literally looked almost exactly like this, except it was laying on the ground. Reminded me of Gulliver's Travels. So I sent that to Andrea, and then I came to my computer to do some more research on this giant thing. And the very first article I click on, in the very first paragraph, it says, the idea was initially inspired by Jonathan Swift's Gulliver's Travels. And as soon as I saw that, I knew, I was like, okay, that dream that I had was, I really am convinced that that was from God, and he was showing me that for a reason. And I wouldn't have made that connection with a giant and Gulliver's Travels if I hadn't have shared that with Andrea, because I didn't know what that was. So I like sent this to her, and she's like, oh my gosh. So let me just read a couple things from this. But like I said, I'll post the link to it so you can read the whole thing if you want to. I'm not going to read the whole thing. So the statue will be embedded with millions of addressable LED pixels, giving it the ability to instantly take on the form of any person, from historical figures such as Albert Einstein, Amelia Earhart, Beyonce, Obama. It says each hour the giant will transform into each country's national heroes and celebrities. The giant's arms and head can move. So just like in my dream, it was the arms that were moving. And it's funny because, you know, if this thing can take on people, like it says, like Beyonce, or, you know, they like to do like Elvis with these type of things like that. You would think that the legs would be what moves, but it's specifically, it says the arms and head. And, you know, the mark of the beast is going in the arms or the head, the right hand or the forehead. And there's been a lot of people lately that have been doing like more research and more digging into like the Hebrew language as far as like what constitutes as the right hand. And they've come to find out that, you know, right hand in Hebrew is just a general term for anywhere within the entire right arm. So it could be from, you know, your wrist clear up to your shoulder, just anywhere in there. And, you know, the mark of the beast is going to be in the right hand / anywhere in the arm or forehead. And it's the arms and head that moves on this thing, not the legs or whatever. So I don't know, I just thought that was interesting as well. And also because, like I said, it was the arms that were moving in my dream. So it can move to a diversity of positions, and the images of the men and women appearing on the statue can speak or sing. So they can make this thing move however they want. It can take on an image of, you know, who I believe to be in the future is going to be Obama, and they can make it say whatever they want. I've been shown multiple times in dreams that Obama is going to be the Antichrist, and I'm not the only one that has dreamt that. I know a lot of people don't agree with that, and that I'm fine with that. I respect everyone's opinions on that, and I've said multiple times as well also that, you know, the fact that I've been shown that Obama is the one that's going to fulfill that role in dreams at least 10 times doesn't come from me. It doesn't come from like, you know, I've got comments like, oh, you just hate Obama and so you want him to be, or you're just like obsessed with him or whatever. From the beginning of when I started having dreams that said specifically Obama is the Antichrist, he would never have been my first guess to be that at all. In fact, I have stated before that my first guesses for if I had to guess who, like before God showed me all of this stuff about Obama, who would I think would be, you know, a major player to be the Antichrist, I would say number 1, Jared Kushner. Number 2, Emmanuel Macron, the president of France, or just some other random person. Obama would not personally be in my top 3 choices. So the fact that I am being shown this over and over and over doesn't come from any sort of like anywhere in my brain or thoughts or opinions or feelings about him at all. It's only because of the fact that I've been shown that I'm like, okay, Lord, like I get your point. He is going to end up fulfilling that role, and it's just not my opinion. And if it was just me having that dream, of course, I would be like, maybe it's just a dream. But if you just like type on here, dream about Obama is the Antichrist, you will be sitting here for days. There's thousands of them. Christians having dreams that Obama is going to end up being the Antichrist. And again, like I know a lot of people don't agree with that, and that's fine. Like you don't have to convince me one way. I don't have to convince you one way. It really doesn't matter because I do not plan to be here for the revealing of that anyway. So it's just that the fact that I think the Lord was pointing me to this in my dream because everything like matches up, and Obama was the one that was in this dream. Again, at first I thought it was just a really weird random dream that made no sense to me, but now it totally, like this article and this image, this picture, and the fact that it talks about it was inspired by Gulliver's Travels and the arms move it on it and everything, and it's an attraction, that everything is my dream. So but what I mentioned before in Revelation 13:15, where it says that the image of the beast can not only speak, but it can cause people to be killed. When I was watching Chelsea's video, there was a comment that really puts a whole new emphasis on that, because they said, the comment said something like, do you think that this, you know, because, let me read this first real quick. It says, where does it say that? More than a visual wonder, visitors to the attraction will explore several fully immersive exhibits that feature, let me just skip down. It says another feature of the giant, let me try to show you guys. I'm so sorry, this is pathetic. Another feature of the giant is the viewing tower, where visitors can literally stand on the shoulder of the giant and look out over the city from a dramatic vantage point. So as you can see here, it has this really creepy tower that you can climb up and literally stand on the shoulder of this thing. And the comment that the person made was, do you think that this is where they could start doing the guillotines? You know, like doing that long, shameful walk up the steps of this tower just to get the old choppity chop. So I just thought, oh my gosh, you know, if so, then that would be how the image of the beast could cause the people to be killed. Like literally it's the same, you know, this tower is, you know, the same piece, the same part of this statue, this giant. So anyway, I just wanted to share this stuff with you guys. If nothing else, it just goes to show how close we are, because, you know, I don't know if this thing's going to end up being the actual image of the beast, or if it's just like, you know, the small baby steps, slow conditioning idea of that, where they have to normalize this thing first to make people think it's cool and it's hip and it's, you know, I think this is going to be the next new big thing that is going to, you know, the youth is just going to love something like this. And they got to make it cool to where, oh my gosh, you can go up this tower and stand on its shoulder and look out, and, you know, we can make it look like Beyonce or Britney Spears, or I don't even know like what singers or performers or entertainers there are today, because I don't pay any attention to celebrities or music. But, you know, if they were to you know, have this thing take on the image of their favorite singer or favorite rapper or favorite political figure, Obama. Just imagine how the youth would go nuts over that. So they have to normalize it and slowly condition these weak minds that, unfortunately, I don't know, I could just totally see this being where they bring people up to this, you know, going up the stairs and getting their heads cut off, because it said, like, I never really thought about, you know, why or how could an image of the beast cause people to be killed. You know, that's how this thing could literally cause them to be killed, because it's literally attached to what looks like it could be a killing device. I don't know. So let me know your guys' thoughts. I'll leave the link to Chelsea's video and to this article below. All right, bye.